Bikini Bottom, the underwater metropolis where the laws of physics, logic, and common sense take a permanent vacation. It's a place where jellyfish hum show tunes, pineapples double as homes, and a sponge with a high-pitched laugh can somehow fry burgers better than Gordon Ramsay on his best day. But beyond the quirky charm and Krabby Patties lies a world brimming with bizarre phenomena and unsolved mysteries that would make even the most seasoned conspiracy theorists scratch their head. Let's dive into the weird, the wild, and the downright inexplicable things you'll only find in Bikini Bottom, and the mysteries that keep us wondering if this underwater town is more than just a cartoon. First, let's talk about the architecture. Who decided that a pineapple was the ideal home for a sponge? And not just any pineapple, a fully furnished, multi-level pineapple with plumbing, electricity, and a doorbell. How does it not float away? How does it not rot? And why does it look like it was plucked straight from a tropical island and dropped into the ocean? Meanwhile, Squidward lives in a moai head. Yes, one of those giant stone statues from Easter Island. Did he buy it? Was it just lying around? And how does he deal with the existential dread of living inside a giant head? Then there's Patrick, who lives under a rock. Not in a cave, not in a house shaped like a rock, literally under a rock. How does he get Wi-Fi? How does he not get crushed? The real estate market in Bikini Bottom is a mystery in itself. And let's not forget the wildlife. Jellyfish aren't just jellyfish here. They're a buzzing, glowing, musical species that seem to have their own culture. They hum, they dance, and they even have a king. What's up with that? Are they sentient? Do they have a government? And why does SpongeBob, a sponge, have the ability to communicate with them? Speaking of SpongeBob, how does he even exist? He's a sponge, but he has a brain, a job, and a pet snail that meows like a cat. Gary isn't just a snail. He's a genius snail who understands complex human emotions and occasionally outsmarts everyone in Bikini Bottom. What's his deal? Is he an alien? A mutant? Or just the result of some bizarre underwater evolution? Then there's the Krusty Krab, the fast food joint that somehow runs an entire economy. The Krabby Patty is the most coveted item in Bikini Bottom, and yet no one knows what's in it. Is it crab meat? Is it plankton? Is it some kind of magical underwater delicacy? And why is Plankton, a single-celled organism with a computer for a wife, so obsessed with stealing the formula? What's in it for him? Is it really about world domination, or is he just bored? And let's not forget Mr. Krabs, the penny-pinching crustacean who once sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents. How does he sleep at night? Does he even have a soul? The Krusty Krab is more than a restaurant. It's a black hole of unanswered questions. But the mysteries don't stop there. What's the deal with Sandy Cheeks, the squirrel from Texas who lives in an air-filled dome? How does she breathe underwater? Why does she wear a spacesuit? And how does she have the strength to karate chop through solid rock? Is she a secret government experiment? A superhero in disguise? Or just a really buff squirrel with a passion for science? And then there's the Goo Lagoon, Bikini Bottom's beach destination. How does a beach exist underwater? Is it made of sand or some kind of underwater equivalent? And why does everyone treat it like a normal beach, complete with sunscreen and tan lines? None of it makes sense, and yet no one questions it. And let's not overlook the bizarre events that seem to happen on a daily basis. Remember the time SpongeBob and Patrick adopted a baby scallop and raised it as their own? Or the time they turned into snails? Or the time they literally went to space? Bikini Bottom is a place where the impossible becomes possible and no one bats an eye.